Right, so let's go into our artist spotlight section of the show. And first up, we've got Mel Taevin. Is that how you pronounce it?
Mel Taevin, I think. Yeah.
Taevin? Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. And she's from the USA, and this is her song, Her Name.
Hey Songwriters Lounge, my name is Mel Taevin, and I'm an indie rock singer-songwriter based out of LA. I'm super thrilled that you guys are taking the time to listen to my latest single, Her Name. Her Name is based off of a true story about a married woman whose husband is actively cheating on her. When writing this song, I initially tried to keep the lyrics pretty open-ended, so that way you as a listener can relate and reflect to the song as you see fit. So I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much again for listening to my latest single, Her Name.
It's a slow motion, the steady hand that draws the line, the one you cross with me behind. Our home is broken, and I can't seem to separate the lies, the truth, reality. You told the story and I bought it 100 times. My pockets are empty and my head is full of lies. He lied to my face inside and he lies in my bed at night. Someone help me, 'cause I can't see the signs. I'm blind, can't see the steps he takes and the method to the madness he creates. Oh God, help me. Every time he says her name, her name.
Oh, I love that little guitar bit. I really like that. Dude, I love what a powerful voice. And what a great intro. I love it. It tells us a little bit about the lyrics already. And
Yeah, I love the kind of context she gave at the start of her wee voice note. That was brilliant. So thank you for that, Mel.
absolutely.
Really cool.
And a little bit about Mel. She's based in LA, as she said. She attended the Berklee School of Music, and don't know if you know Berklee. I'm sure, yeah, judging by the
I've
face.
heard of Berkeley
Yeah,
class.
Berklee is like very prestigious music school. John
Very
Mayer went
renowned,
there. Some of the biggest people went there. She was also, I don't know if you'll know the show, Andy. She was She was a contestant on season 1 of The Bachelor. Listen to Your Heart on ABC, and my wife loves the show, Mel, and she was so excited when I said that you were guesting on the podcast. So thank you.
So what
And
is
Andy,
the show?
it's massive, mate. It's like Love
Is it?
Island for the US.
Oh, I think I do. Is it like when all the girls try and get with the Bachelor? Or am I making that?
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
vice versa. But this one was one for Songwriters. Same
No
show.
way.
Yeah. I've not watched it, but my wife has. She loves it. And Mel was on season 1, which is great.
It's a fun
And
fact.
she's beginning her songwriting and artistry journey, and we're thrilled to have her on the show. So thank you, Mel.
Yeah, brilliant.
First thing I noticed was the sound design. You know, that like movement and the suspense synth there right at the start of that clip we just heard.
Yes, love
That's
that.
awesome. It almost reminded me of like a movie soundtrack. Like straight away, I'm like, oh, what am I doing? This is like a movie trailer.
Yeah.
I loved it. I like the movement in it. There's all the kind of crazy movement going on.
There's so much movement, like really hard panned left to right. All
Very
those
much
effects,
so.
swirling and stuff. Yeah, totally.
And in a verse like this, you want everything to kind of complement the lead vocal, which I think they've done it really nicely. They haven't overdone it with anything. And then Mel's voice comes in and it's very much at the center, and everything kind of swirls around it and just complements it. I really like that. And the ride cymbals in the verse are like all these little ride cymbal accents and hits.
Yes.
And as a drummer, that's exactly what I would
Yeah,
do when
I
there's
knew
no
you'd pick up.
percussion
Yeah.
going on. I'd be like, right, okay, let's add like ride cymbal. And in my music, you'll hear that, like, hopefully I'll be releasing something at the end of the month. And the drums panned to the audience perspective, which I love. And especially that feel when it comes into the chorus. You can literally, if you really listen to it, you can literally hear it as if the drummer was playing it in front of you.
Yes.
And I just love that. I love it when, and it's, everyone does it, but I just love hearing when it's done well. There's a difference, and this is done very well.
It is really well.
Love the palm mutes for the guitar stabs in the pre-chorus, just to kind of keep building that suspense. Awesome. The vocals and the melody are really powerful vocals, and really well performed vocals. And she's lying to my face tonight. Like, everything is nicely done. You can tell they've taken their time. She's probably done 3 or 4 takes of that chorus. Lovely stuff. It actually reminds me of like an 80s power ballad, with like a rock twist. Like the melody of the chorus, I mean, like you can imagine like that kind of power ballad kind of thing going on there.
I was thinking it would be like in a rock opera.
That's what I mean. Yeah, kind of the same thing.
Good.
I was thinking like it reminds me almost like of a hair metal band. And I was like, no, it's definitely 80s. But yeah, it is very rock opera-y. And I mean that in every sense of the word with a huge compliment, because
in the best way. I love
it. Yeah. As I did it after it, I love that guitar line after the chorus. I love that. I love any kind of like trends on the guitar like that. Love it. Really nice guitar tone, powerful lyrics. Again, Andy's a lyric man. I'll let him get into it. And Mel just paints a very clear picture of what the song is about, and you can follow it throughout the song. You don't get lost either, and not just because she's introed the song so wonderfully. Like, the lyrics are very well written. Like every week, Andy and I try and talk a little bit about what we might add to the session, albeit like the songwriting session or the production session and the mix session, might I say. And, I had to go through this song a couple of times. I really like it. But one thing I noticed in the chorus was I would have taken a little bit of the mud out of the electric guitar, just at around the 200 to 400 range. You can duck that out ever so slightly, and it just gets rid of that kind of hum frequency. But you want to be careful because you don't want to get rid of the whole body of the electric guitar.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the warmth sits. But just a little bit, duck it out. Just 2 to 400, 2 to 500 range. It would have been perfect. Again, I had to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, as always. I would have maybe brought the vocal reverb back a touch in the chorus, but also I think that's what I liked about it, because it reminded me of the 80s. So I might just shut up. And the only other thing I wrote was, if I was in the production booth, I would have liked to have just gone in, deep dived in with that snare a little bit, just made it punchier snare, maybe added like a transient designer, multi-band compressor, finish it up with an EQ just to bring the kind of the airiness out on the snare and the crack of the snare. And I mean, that's it. I think everything is lovely. I think Mel did a fantastic job of recording the vocals, and just really like the song. And it comes out October 16th, I believe.
Oh,
correct us if we're wrong, Mel, but I'm pretty sure that was.
So we've got an exclusive. That's exciting.
Songwriters Lounge exclusive here.
Yes, that's what we like, guys.
Really, really enjoyed this song.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. This is right up my street.
Yeah, I mean, I've not got much else I would add to that. A lot of what you spoke about, I've got in my notes too. I really like the guitars myself, really warm. Like, they were very bright. The only thing is I would have said like maybe a bit too bright, but again, like, I really like the kind of contrast with the dark vibe of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was, whether that was intended or not, that kind of, I like that kind of irony that was coming across in the music for me. Yes, lyrically, loved it. Gave me that rock opera kind of vibe where I could literally see Mel on stage, like, singing, this kind of song with a big kind of, a big backdrop behind her and a big story kind of setting. I can just hear that from the story of the song, and that's very, very clever and very well done. I particularly like the line that she sung in the snippet, which is, "My pockets are empty and my head is full of lies." It's just like, I really like, it was just emphasising the breakdown of this person's both financial and emotional state, which was like so dark and so sad, man. Like, I was just like,
beautifully written line though, isn't it?
Yeah, like,
wonderful.
But it's like, I'm just listening to it like, just like, it's really tough for whoever this
I
person
agree.
is.
I agree.
But yeah, like very cool sound design and introduction. Probably that's my favourite bit is when I like listened to the intro and that swirling sound effects going on that kind of pans from the left to the right channel. I loved, like you mentioned, the kind of tapping of the kind of cymbals. That was really cool. And it built a lot of nervous kind of energy and intensity early on. So that then when the guitars and the drums came in, it was like that big release of that power and that kind of stored up energy. In terms of critique, yeah, I said the exact same as you. I would have loved to have had more transient from the snare, just more oomph and pop in that snare just to cut through that that mix. I would have continued some of the synth design elements that they used in the verse into the chorus. They might have been there already, but like they were quite mapped and overlapped by the guitars and the drums. So I would have just said like bring some of those elements into the chorus as well, just for that continuity, and to add that kind of modern saturation instrumentation, you know. But that's really it. And you know, a really good song. Really enjoyed it. Very theatrical. Very clear picture in my mind what the artist is trying to do there, and yeah, really cool. So thank you for sending that in, Mel.
Loved it, Mel.
And thanks for sending us in such a great voice note
Yeah,
as well.
really nice.
Yeah. So let's go to the next track, which is Mauve from Canada.
Mauve.
Mauve.
Probably, right? Mauve?
Oh, I'm terrible, am I? Sorry, Mauve. So this is her song called Out of Nowhere.
Hey there, this is Mauve, and this is my latest single titled Out of Nowhere. This song is a thank you letter to someone who was able to be there for you when you couldn't be there for yourself. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's something new when the clouds don't come in. Waiting for what the storm must to bring. Hasn't really cleared away. See what you done to me.
Me and Tom, if you couldn't see it because you're listening to the podcast, were like arms in the air, like waving at that oh bit, because I can just imagine the crowd doing that.
Having a little dance, you know. One of my notes was really like the whoa to bring into the B section of the chorus, and I did.
That's very specific.
Yeah, great song, man. Mauve, correct Andy if he says it wrong. You have my permission. Give him a hard time, guys.
I'm Scottish. Sorry.
Scottish. Can barely speak English, let's be honest.
I know. This is a trial.
So Mauve is from Toronto in Canada, and she has over 500,000 streams on Spotify and millions of YouTube views on her videos, which is awesome. And she also won the 2019 Intercontinental Music Award for Best North America Pop for her song Come Around, which is awesome. Congrats from us, Mauve.
Yeah.
In this song, straight away, I love the guitar tone. It's similar to the last one, although I think they've got rid of the muddiness in that guitar well, because it sits in the mix really nicely. Again, with the palm muting effect, really like it. They kind of make it more of a palm mute lead line than just straight up palm mute stabs, which is really cool. I love the width of the hi-hats in the stereo field there. Again, nice touch. They super wide, and I like when you mix up hi-hats like that. Awesome melody in the verse. Again, everything complements the lead vocal, which is super important in music and genres like this. and I just really like it. Really like the kind of way it makes you feel, the kind of, summer vibes it has. You just want to sit in a field, have a couple of beers with your pals, have a dance. Why not?
Yeah.
What I would have changed is in the chorus, there's a vocal sample behind everything, and it's far behind everything. I would have brought that forward much, much more because it's an awesome vocal sample. And I would have loved to add some like improv ad-libs in the chorus.
Yeah.
I can hear exactly what I would have asked Mauve to sing in the booth, which is always a great sign because it means you're digging the music and you want to add so much to it.
Inspired. Yeah.
Exactly. It just made me, I'd sing this. I would have turned up the harmony track a lot more. Again, in music like this, you can never have too many harmonies. It just helps cushion everything and bring everything forward in the track. And I would have probably added like a swirl or a reverse and then a big sub drop when that chorus hits.
Yeah.
Just to add the impact. But
Kind of massive riser and then an impact sample.
exactly. But I love the tune, man. Really, really liked it. Something I don't really get to listen to as much as I'd like, this kind of genre. And it's great to have you on the show, Mauve. Really enjoyed it.
I instantly, like, as soon as the track played the instrumental at the start, instantly that pop kind of vibe came across because that kind of guitar effect. I don't know if it's a guitar or a synth-like guitar, sampled type instrument, but it's so popular in the commercial world right now. You've got like all sorts of artists like Hayley Steinfeld, Sarah Larson doing that kind of effect, especially in the verse and then the kind of continuation through the song. Yeah, I loved that. So instantly when I heard that, I was like, my ears are liking this. It's going well. The stereo field is well produced. So the movement of that exact kind of guitar instrument, there is movement of it as well. Not as big a movement as the kind of hard panned hats, but I loved that as well. But yeah, there's movement in the track, which is really nice. Like it is breathing behind the vocalist. Some areas are more subtle than others, but because it's got that kind of dynamic movement, the mix is really lively and really kind of, it's evolving constantly, and I really, really enjoyed that. I love the kick. So I love the kick rhythm in the verse. Like it was really kind of offbeaty, and I'm a big sucker for an offbeat kick. And drives that really poppy vibe. So I really, really liked it, and I loved her falsetto moment when she went, ooh,
it was
I don't know
lovely.
whereabout it was, but that was lovely. So I wanted more of that. I wanted to hear, because that, whatever kind of that range is, really suited her voice. So yeah, build that into your next songs, because that, where you were up there was stunning. I loved the backing vocals as well, but I agree with you, just a bit more of that. It was really nice and decorative. And the vocal held notes that she had, I think it was kind of towards the end of her chorus, they were well controlled and well delivered. But what I'd say is I'd prefer them to be a little bit less long. And like totally agree with you, like instead of making that long held note, so long, for whatever many beats it was, 4 or 5 or 6, clip it at 1 or 2 beats and add in some ad-lib riffs or just something to add extra interest. It just felt a wee bit dragged out for me, and I lost the kick a bit in the chorus. So I would have preferred a wee bit more weight there, just to keep on driving home that pop commercial, get in your face, this is the chorus. So if we had a bit more of that, then that would have been perfect. But loved the song. Really, really cool pop vibes. And this is the kind of track that I love to write myself. So as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, I'm digging this. So thank you for sending that in.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. And as you said, it's like the track that you like to write. This is the kind of track that I just can't write. It's not in my wheelhouse. So I appreciate it even more.
One day, Tom, one day.
I'll get there.
Still time. There is still time, my Padawan.
Oi, oi.
Okay, so we're going to a very, very different genre now. And it's one that we've not had on the show yet, and it's a rap song from Franc Blac. Is that
Frank
right?
Black. Frank Black.
Why am I doing this on this show?
You say Franc Blanc. We're not in France, man. Scottish people, am I right?
This is embarrassing, man. Right, so you just need to introduce us one, Tom.
This is
my
Frank
God.
Black out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'll let him introduce the song.
Oh, brilliant.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's Frank Black. It's coming to you live from the Nat. And y'all finna hear that blow off Ammo for Days on Songwriters Lounge. Woo!
You gon' see me in your dreams, bitch. Every time you close your eyes, I wanna hear you scream, bitch. Motherfuckers never loved us. We never ever give a fuck. Me mugs in the club. Motherfuckers never loved us. We never ever give a fuck. Fuck, I hate showing love. I swear to God, I think I'ma die in a parking lot. Some nigga talking shit and the fuck around like my gun pop. Took one bullet, blow a whole nigga dome off. Then his buddy get the dub into me with the sawed off. Caught one in the chest, got 5 bullets left. Damn revolver, don't wanna die. Stupidity, but damn it all. I gotta let mine off. I'm an animal, man. I'ma let mine off. I'm an animal. Let's go. Frank Black equals dope. That's 1980s crazy code. That's pure Colombian. If these people they love it, nigga. I'ma keep on serving them. These niggas be bugging, nigga. Really, when I came in the game, they was hating on me. Now every time I drop a track, these niggas waiting on me, waiting for me in the shadows like Batman. Never have a cake, but an AK with a kickstand. Be a man, nigga, look me dead in the eye. Before you put one in my eye, see me dead in the sky. I ride by on 2 wheels, I'm too fly. If you niggas snitch, you do squeal, you will die. If you wanna be alive in this new day and age, shut the fuck up. Nobody wanna see a hero get his teeth busted out by the shotgun that's blowing his brains out. My nigga, throw your gang up. Nigga, this the fucking party. What nigga bitches getting down the cardi? This is what we do, my nigga, can't be sorry. When I kill a couple niggas and we still be mobbing.
Wow.
How
That
many
guy
words
is-
do you think we just heard?
How many words? That is serious word overload. But that's
Ridiculous talent. And because
amazing.
so when I
Yeah.
first moved to Indianapolis, very hip hop and rap heavy scene here. And I didn't know
Okay.
too much about it because from London, I'm used to like grime music, like
Yeah.
kind of like Stormzy, if you're not aware of that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of slower, you know, not kind of crazy wordplay like that. And I've got to say, I saw Frank live, and he sounds exactly like the record. That's how he sounds.
Class. That's
So
good.
I was blown away when I first heard some of the guys here, and Frank was no exception. I think what he can do, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a drummer because he has that kind of rhythm, you know? I would love to make a drum remix to the vocal in this song. That's how rhythmic it is. It's like very punchy and rhythmic.
Yeah.
and-
it's like hi-hats, but with words.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like hi-hat riding.
And you know, he doesn't drop a word. Like it's all in there. And the hook in the chorus, I really like. The Frank Black equals love. Like it's so cool. Obviously, I ruin it if I try it. I'm not going to try and cover it.
No, I like that. That was cool.
You know, I just really love the synth in the background. The like kind of like the wobbly synth.
Yeah.
I'm not a synth expert, so I don't really know what to call it. Just like the kind of the wobbly, the boom, 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 boom. It's kind of in the background there. It's very drum heavy. The drum beat holds everything together solidly, and you just get some like little piano things here and there, and some synth here and there, and the bass in the background. Love the hi-hat sample. The producers picked out a really nice particular sample for the hi-hat. It's almost like an acoustic hi-hat sample in a song that is more of an electric drum beat kind of tune, which I really like. I like that choice. Really catchy tune. Again, I don't know too much about the genre. I can say after moving here, I'm a big fan of it now. It's the things these guys can do with their voice is insane.
Respect.
Unbelievably talented, and coming from a place that's never really had that. And I know you're the same, Andy. So this is coming from 2 guys with like a rock music background.
Yeah,
and
with zero rap experience.
yeah, and even like the rap in the UK is not rap like this. It's, as I said, much slower and not really as hooky, really, is it? It's just like they're talking. But like Frank's added some awesome hooks in the song, and his other songs as well got some really nice hooks in it. And then it just laid down in the verse, like he's just like, right, I'm gonna rap 1 million words a minute and make it sound sick, and he did it, man. I
Yeah,
got
and
nothing to say about it more than that. He's just done a story behind the music video with us, where he speaks a little bit about the song, and his favorite section of the song is actually the hook. He's proud of how he wrote it, and I don't blame him. It's awesome hook. Again, I don't really know too much about this music to add anything to a session if I went to it. Maybe the thing that I would have added is maybe like a chant in the chorus hook. Maybe get like 5 to 10 people in the booth and just scream, Franc Blac equals dope. Like, like get 5 to 10, maybe even 20 people in there and just scream it and layer it underneath the background.
Yeah.
Not scream as in like metal scream, just like a proper shout.
chant.
And then throw the chants out really wide. So Frank's in the center, you got that, and then the drums are even wider, and you got the bass and the synth that's even wider than that.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing that would have been like, guys, let's try this.
Yeah. And
I've got nothing else.
They had some chants like at different times where, like, I can't remember what bit in the excerpt that we listened to, but they did have like little bits and bobs of chants. But yeah, like something like more bigger and I guess more kind of focused through it would be cool.
Yeah, there's
I
some
liked as
interesting
well
ad libs
when-
in there.
Yeah, one of the things I've noted, is the ad libs themselves were pretty cool. So, like they've got like little kind of whoops and like, little people just kind of coming in. I don't know if it's him that's doing them all or if he got like people to jump in his session if they were in the studio at the time. But I kind of feel like there was maybe different people in that came in there. But anyway, it was really interesting. Added a lot to the rap itself. It wasn't just him doing this incredibly technical, rhythmical skill, I would call it, because I could never in a million years say the words in that way, that fast, and for the words to come out as words. I think if I was to attempt that, it would come out as is the best way to describe it. So yeah, like amazing rap skills, and it reminds me a lot of Eminem, and hopefully that's a massive compliment because I definitely mean it that way. And just the kind of Eminem to me is very fast and rhythmical like that as well. So yeah, like really, really massive respect to that technical skill because that must be tough. I don't know if that's something that you learn or if it's like something that you just have that natural skill for, but it's very cool, very cool. I loved it's obviously very direct and pretty explicit themes in the track, you could say. So he's not holding anything back, and I got a lot of the kind of angst, a lot of the anger like coming through in his vocal. So not only is he like saying the words very, very quickly, but he's saying them with a certain emotion that's coming across as well. I have to be honest, I didn't really understand a lot of what the words were, but I think that's just my brain not being used to rap music and not being able to keep up with that pace. That's the only thing I can really think of in terms of like the rap and lyric wise, is that some of the bits were too quick for me, but that is just my brain. My brain not keeping up with the guy, because he's literally that fast.
That has to be a compliment to Frank as well.
That has to be a compliment as well because it's, instrumentally, I would have added a bit more flavour in the background. So I really like in rap music like arpeggiated strings, either plucked or kind of bowed. Again, you don't need string players to do that. You can do that with a VST synth, or just like a decorative kind of pad. I did love, like the kind of plucked piano-y effect that's already there. So just really some more of that to further decorate the track, really. And that's pretty much it. I just think something a wee bit more would have suited the emotion and built it more around you've got the drums, like you said, that are completely solid. So they are like static, just keeping that beat that then allows him to rap over. So I guess you've got the area of interest, which is in his direct vocals, and then it's just, if you've got the consistency of the drums, how do you build in other areas of interest? And you've got to do it with, I guess, the transitions. There could have been maybe a couple more transition effects in there just to kind of separate the different sections of the music. And and the background instruments themselves, just a bit more decoration, but really cool. And I love the fact that that's been the first of that genre that we've had in the show.
Unbelievable vocal flow,
So-
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear more.
Even though I don't listen to this music, I can take stuff musically away from it. And that just, is a testament to what we're trying to do in this show. We're not trying to sit here and kid on that we are a fan of every single music genre and every single, piece of music out there. Because, everyone's human and we all like and dislike things, and that's absolutely totally fine. But whether or not you like rap, you cannot deny that this guy has rap skill. So hopefully that's some good feedback that we can give being non-rap fans.
I'm a rap fan now, let me tell you.
Oh, he's a rap fan now. There you go.
I'm a rap fan
Converted.
now. I love it.